Eagles, 5.5-point favorites on the road at Arizona. It was funny, Jalen Hurts at his press conference Wednesday. They asked no questions about the Cardinals, so he asked himself a question, essentially, about the Cardinals, basically trying to make sure everybody takes this team seriously because there is kind of a funk with the Cardinals. The Eagles flying high. Do they soar into Arizona and win the game and cover that 5.5-point spread, Chris?
I believe so. I mean, again, with Arizona, I respect the defense. I do. Vance Joseph, the way he coaches their schemes, I think they're creative. He gets the most out of the group. But this is a different animal they're playing. You heard me say today, like Philadelphia's, they're extremely talented. They're extremely well coached. And I go into the thing you always hear me say. They got checks and balances where you can't overplay anything they do. And they're really kind of good in all areas. Really. They really are. The only thing I think we have to question is if, it becomes like, oh, they have to drop back and throw the ball every time. That's the only thing I can go, well, maybe, but I don't expect this team to put them into that bind to where it's like the playoff game last year against the Buccaneers where we go, whoa, Philadelphia's got to do the drop back pass game 30-something times. So that's where I got to see somebody slow down Philadelphia's offense first before I buy into that, even though I got respect for that Arizona coaching staff over there on that side of the ball. The biggest problem to me is what you heard me say earlier today too. Arizona's offense sucks. It sucks. It's horrible. I mean, it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust, except they're spread and trying to throw the football, which is even worse. There's nothing. They can't run the ball. The schemes are bland. There's not any great one area that you go, ooh, this puts them in trouble here. And because of that, I'm going to go Eagles, 28-17. I'm not even sure if they might be asleep at the wheel to a degree. They're still going to dominate the football game.
I think they are asleep at the wheel. I think that's why Jalen Hurts said what he said on Wednesday. And I think they're going to be peeking ahead to the Cowboys a little bit. This is going to be a real test for Nick Sirianni to keep these guys focused. They're feeling good about themselves. This kind of feels like it has potential to be Correction Sunday for a team that's undefeated. I'm going to go 24-21. I think the Cardinals are going to give them a scare.
Okay.
I still think the Eagles are good enough to win, but I'm going to thread this needle. It's not a thin needle. It's 5.5 points. I think the Cardinals cover in part because the Eagles aren't going to take them seriously, and they're peeking ahead to Week 6, Sunday Night Football, NBC and Peacock, Cowboys at the Eagles.
Thanks for watching, homies. Hit subscribe to see all my unbuttoned videos. You get to see me, Ahmed Fareed, all the big player breakdowns, game breakdowns, player interviews, and my film analysis. So please subscribe. Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Peace out.